Before this video starts, I have lost my voice a little bit, so I do apologize for that if I sound a bit quieter than usual, but I hope you still enjoy this video because it was an absolute blast to make. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. When I think of scary games, Subnautica is already up there at the top. The sound design, the music, the visuals, the darkness, the creatures, everything comes together to create an experience which, to me, as somebody who is very scared of deep water, isn't the most pleasant. So, if you take that experience and put it in VR, it becomes the worst thing imaginable.
Oh, I do hate that though. There's someone with Thalassophobic. This is like my worst nightmare in the whole world.
I've played through Subnautica start to finish on the flat screen and certain parts of it really unnerved me. So I jumped back in VR like a smart person and explored most of the areas that I found interesting on my playthrough.
That's the thing though, nothing can attack me because I'm in creative. So I'm sorted. But it still doesn't make it any better. That's huge. Oh my god. Anyway, down we go.
And I mean, first of all, the scale of everything absolutely blew me away, and how great everything looked, despite the low render distance of the VR port.
Holy shit, dude. You are one big fella. Wow. Oh my god, that water looks so real.
Even though all the areas are kind of terrifying in their own right, there is a beauty to be found in basically every single corner of this game, even if it is terrifying.
That's so freaky. Seeing everything like that. Oh my god, look at the water. The water looks so good in this game. Obviously the game is focused on water, so that makes sense. But
seeing creatures like reefbacks, reaper leviathans, sea dragons, the sea emperor, all of these are absolutely huge, and you don't really get that scale on the flat screen. When I'm sitting there playing on my monitor, or even to an extent on my TV, it just doesn't compare with having it projected straight into your eyeballs, that you can see the scale of these creatures, because it's probably the biggest thing I've ever seen in VR.
that is just terrifying. Isn't that terrifying? Bugger it. Oh no. Oh no, and I know exactly what's about to happen. No, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ, that is massive.
I did as they did.
That's genuinely terrifying. That's the biggest thing I've ever seen in VR, I think. No, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be the biggest thing I've ever seen in VR. I mean, oh my Jesus Lord, dude. I'm lost for words currently. Oh my god.
I'm playing with the DPVR E4, and through its DisplayPort connection, there's no compression, and this world really comes across strongly and shines through the headset. It's absolutely unbelievable. And it comes packaged with Subnautica. That's ridiculous. You get the game, and if you happen to own a VR headset, you get the game entirely in VR too. Sure, it doesn't have motion controls and all that stuff, but if you can jump on with a controller, you can play through the entire game from start to finish in virtual reality.
Bloody hell. Alright, let's go board. Is it all rendered in there? I assume it is. It is. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, look at this. You can stand out, look out into the ocean. That's nuts.
When I hear the term hybrid game, this is what I think of. Something you can play in flat and then go jump into in VR. And as far as I know, the save is the same. So you can jump in the flat screen, play a bit, and then jump in VR if something really catches your eye and you want to see it up close in real scale. That's nuts.
Whoa. I love how the haze is represented as well with like the heat. Massive Reaper skull. That's like the size of... Well, that's bigger than me. I mean, much bigger with the horn bit, but like the actual mouth is like as big as me. That's huge.
And playing Subnautica in VR has really been a dream of mine for a while now. I've waited and waited and waited for a PSVR 2 port. I don't think it's ever going to happen, so this is the closest thing I'm going to get to that, and to be honest, it absolutely blows me away. I grew up with these locations, with this game, with this soundtrack, with these creatures, everything's so iconic to me, and seeing it in full 3D, in a real scale, nothing else compares.
The sound design's so just impeccable, it really is.
Honestly, if the devs of this game decide to make a port to PSVR 2 with motion controls, I will probably be the happiest man on earth, because while the game does look amazing in the DPVR E4 headset's display, that doesn't have a HDR display, whereas the PSVR 2 does, and if there's one game that deserves that contrast, that brightness, and those amazing visuals of HDR, I mean, it's Subnautica. There's no other game that deserves that treatment, in my opinion, more than that. But even though I am playing through a non-HDR, non-OLED display, everything still looks stunning.
Look at that, though. This is the kind of stuff I wish we got on console VR. I absolutely adore PSVR 2. Everybody watching my channel knows that. But if I could get this at like higher fidelity with eye tracking and an HDR panel, oh my god, would this look amazing.
The only thing that really hinders this port is, as I said, the render distance is a little dodgy sometimes. Even if you have all the settings on max, there's no way to adjust the render distance manually in the settings, so you'll see stuff pop in front of your eyes. But to be honest, that's a fine trade-off for me to get an entire game like Subnautica running in VR and running smoothly as well. It's very stable on a mid-range PC. I have a 6700 XT as my GPU, and I can run this with no hiccups whatsoever on max settings in the headset. That's nuts.
I'm pretty sure if I jumped out now and swam around that by myself without the Cyclops, I would be freaking out right now. I hate how deep that is.
And sure, it's not the most technically demanding game. I mean, it has a Switch port, for God's sake. But that's still a great feat.
It's kind of weird having legs and seeing the whole Subnautica world. You know, I just jumped straight into my life pod.
And it's led me to see a Reaper Leviathan in full scale in VR in the pitch darkness, and that's a memory that I'm never going to forget. It really isn't. I haven't forgotten the first time I saw one in the game when I first played it, and I'm never going to forget seeing one in VR now that it's happened.
Oh no, oh my god. You are actually kidding me. That's the most... That's probably, if you've never played this game before and you saw that, that's probably the most perfect Leviathan encounter you could ever have.
But anyway, that's all I've got to really say about Subnautica in VR. It's the game that we all know and love, but translated to a virtual reality headset. It's been out for a while. I know I'm about 7 years behind on this one, but it's something that I've been waiting to experience for a very long time, so I'm very happy to share it with you all. And if you happen to have a PC VR setup, I would say grab Subnautica on a sale if it looks interesting for you, or even grab it full price because it is worth it, and give it a go in the headset and out of the headset, because this game is just such a gem. It really is. But it also is a thalassophobic nightmare, as the title of this video says.
Oh my god.
And if there's any chance of a PSVR 2 port, this is my vocal support for that, because that would be incredible. But for now, it's stuck to the realm of PC VR, which is an amazing platform anyway, but I'd love it to be brought to as many VR users as possible. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video.